everybody. Thank you for joining us. This is Life Lessons. My name is Patricia, and today we are going to continue our quest to build safer communities. And we have Derek, our co-facilitator there. We have Stevie, of course. Neela, can you wave and say hey? There we go. We have Julian. We have Sierra. We have Ahmed. Now you can say hi.
You say hi. Hi.
Excellent. And now Neela, you can say hi.
Hi.
Perfect. Okay. And Stevie, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Perfect. All right. Welcome. Let's get started. Today we're going to talk about, as Julian mentioned earlier when we were chit-chatting before we started recording, that we have an interesting topic today. Today our topic is all about, Julian, asking
questions.
Right.
That's also a song by Jack Johnson from the movie Curious George, released in 2006.
Oh,
yep.
Interesting. Stay in that spot, Julian, so that we can see your whole head and hear what your expression is saying. Okay? Perfect. Everybody else, you guys are awesome. So our whole big thing today about questions is that no question is a bad or wrong question. I don't like using the word bad personally very often, if ever, but I think it's relevant for this topic because sometimes people feel a little bit uneasy when they have to ask a question, right? Put your hands up if sometimes you feel a little bit uneasy when you have to ask a question. Before we get into that a little bit more, what are different ways that you can communicate when you have a question? How can you ask a question? Neela?
Myself.
Oh, sorry. Let Neela go first and then your turn, Julian. Neela?
You can ask a question by saying stuff that are asking appropriately.
Okay, fabulous. So you can ask, and that's a verbal question, right? That's using your voice.
And stuff like manners.
Okay, I like the word manners. I'm going to put that up here too. Manners, appropriate. Okay, those are all really good ways to get your questions answered properly. How else can you ask a question? If you can't use your words, what else could you do? Sierra?
If you can't use a word, you can use like sign language.
Excellent.
That's what I was going to say. I saw someone who was deaf. They just do it like that.
Do any of you guys know any sign language that you'd like to share with our viewers?
This is the I love you sign.
Oh, do that again, Julian. Okay, like this? Like this?
Close.
No.
Almost.
Oh, like this.
You got it.
Okay.
I saw someone who's deaf. They do sign language.
Excellent. Were they pretty quick at using the sign language?
Let's do this. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Very cool. So sign language, excellent, Sierra. Any other ways? What if you don't know sign language and you have a difficult time speaking words? Derek?
Well, I think, and I could be wrong, but somewhere down the line over my years of teaching, but rubbing the fists together, that is a request to go to the washroom, I think. I could be.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. Okay. I'm
I
not
think
just putting even just pointing.
I think that's I have another way too.
What's that other one?
If some people like cannot speak, if this person like us, for example, they have like a device and they ask what they want on the device.
Yes. You are so smart. Oh my goodness.
Because
Okay.
I watch a YouTuber and she uses her device.
Wow, very cool. Okay, and those are called assistive devices. Okay, that's the fancy word that we use in schools when somebody uses an iPad or a Go Talk to help them tell other people and ask people questions, right? So how you communicate your question is really, really important. Okay, the other part about questions is active listening. Okay, and active listening is when somebody is asking you a question or asking you for help with something, how do they know that you're listening to them really well?
Yes, I have my ears open.
How do they know that your ears are open?
Let's do this.
Okay, so you're kind of trying to make eye contact, is it?
Mhm.
Okay, so active listening. Okay, you're looking at the person.
Yes.
Okay,
That's funny.
okay, look. How
Nice
else can you
face.
be an active listener?
Nice face.
Thank you. Stevie.
What if some people have dementia? They forget a lot of stuff. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Okay, and that's got to be really hard as well. Stevie, what about you? How do you show your parents that you're listening to them?
I always look at them in the eye and I don't interrupt when people are talking.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Trying not to interrupt. Not to interrupt. Okay, so making sure that a
happy.
person give them time, right? To share whatever it is that they're trying to get off their chest.
See what you're saying? It might not, it may feel the other person uncomfortable.
Oh, yes, yes, 100%. Any other strategies to be an active listener?
Do not do the same topic over and over and over again.
Okay, so be open to other topics. Be open to other. Yes, yes. Okay, so we are going to continue talking about questions and asking questions, and Derek is going to roll into that. But do any of you guys have any role models for people? Who are you comfortable asking questions to that you know will try and find an answer for you, even if they don't know what that question is? That's called a role model. Somebody who you feel comfortable with asking questions. Neela, who do you ask your questions to?
Ask my questions to my parents,
Okay.
and sometimes I ask questions to people I trust.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Sierra, what do you think? Who's a role model for you when you need a question asked?
If I'm going out, then maybe like a best friend.
Okay. Perfect. Friend and Julian?
I agree with Neela, Ma and Pa.
Ah, excellent. What about you, Stevie? Who do you ask your questions to?
Mommy and daddy.
Okay, wow. I notice a little trend in this discussion here. Amin, what about you? Mom or your sister?
Mom.
Mom? Okay, you're going with the flow, right? All right. So we are going to stop right now. I'm going to turn it over to Derek, and let's see what we're going to learn from Derek.
Thank you. Life lesson co-host. Can I get away? Hey, excellent. All right. I always like to start off with a great book that's connected to our topic. This book, and questions are, what are questions? Questions, what are questions,
When you
co-host?
ask someone.
What are questions?
When you ask the other person.
When we communicate.
With who?
Oh, I'm using this. So Stevie, what are these? Starts with W.
Words.
Words. And I have a book here that's entitled More Than
He wears a
Words.
turban.
More Than Words by Ross McLean.
He wears a turban.
And yeah, I guess the character wears a turban. And you can share words by writing. You can write a letter, right?
Yeah.
You can write a letter. Get it? Write a
Yeah.
letter.
Yeah.
You can use Braille, right? Who
Good
would
one.
need Braille for communication, for words? Co-hosts. Who would need Braille? What type of person or people? Sierra, what do you think?
If they're blind.
Right, or visually impaired, right. So there is writing, Braille, there's typing, right, when you're sending an email, and then there's spelling. So as Stevie was saying, there are different characters, but remember this, more than words. We're going to get ready to share some words. Where do you share words? Let me give you an example. It goes ring, ring, ring. You pick it up.
That's a phone.
That's a phone, correct, right. And when you're on the phone, you ask questions, right? Okay,
You're
so
calling someone.
yes, that's right. So we're going to look at some questions. The 5 W's. We have what? What else do we have here, Stevie? When? Why? Who? Not the rock group. Where?
And how?
And how? Right?
5 W's, 1 H.
That's right. 5 W's
It's not the
and 1 H. Can't
it's
make
not
an
the Who
H.
the Rock group.
It's not the Who, the rock group. Right.
This is
Okay.
funny. Are you thinking of How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Horton Hears the Who? Some Dr. Seuss stories are in Whoville.
That's right. Okay, so what Stevie and I are going to do is we're going to show you some steps on how to talk in a phone call. And then I'm going to need your help. We're going to need your help. Is you're going to follow the steps and you're going to pretend to be talking to it from one co-host to another co-host. Now, can we get the thumbs up sign? All right. Okay. So there are different steps here, right? And we're going to go through these. Okay. So the first step is, what do you say when you're on the phone?
You say hello and bye.
Yep.
Have a conversation, then you get off the call.
I've also heard hola and adios or bonjour and au revoir. That's Spanish and French.
Okay, so those are all different ways then.
That's
For
cool.
sure. What else would you say after hello?
How have you been?
Good. Why would you say something like that? How have you been?
I just want to see how everyone's feeling.
Perfect. Perfect. What if you, hey Tejan, how are you?
Hi, hello everyone. I'm so sorry for being late because I lost track of time and I had a very exhausting day today at school, and then I got back home at 5:30. I should have emailed you that I was going to be late.
No
My
worries, no
apologies.
worries. It happens, it happens. We're just talking about telephone calls because we're asking our topic right now is about questions. And Derek, I think, just is having some connection problems. So Julian was saying you'd say hello, and then you'd say, how are you feeling? So that somebody could, so you can judge how a person's feeling as you're chatting with them, which I think is excellent.
Okay.
Hey, sorry about that. Don't know really what happened. We're back, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
sorry, maybe that's from our end.
I'm sure.
Right, excellent. Okay, so as we were saying here, Stevie and I were in a frozen land, and now we're back to a warmer land. Great, okay. So we say hello, right? And with the name of the person. So Stevie, you're talking to me. So you say hello. Who are you saying hello to?
Daddy.
So say it, say
Hello.
hello who?
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Daddy, right? And then what's the first question you might ask?
How are you?
How are you, right? So how are you? After that, you wait for the response. You don't jump into the next question. So say, how are you again?
How are you?
Then Stevie's waiting for my response. I'm fine, thank you, Stevie. Then Stevie is going to ask a next question by using one of, maybe as Julian said, the 5 W's or H. What question do you want to ask me, Stevie?
How are you feeling today?
How am I feeling? I'm feeling really well. And again, he's waiting for the response. Okay. And then at the end, you always have to have like a conclusion or a way to end the conversation. And as Neela was saying, you say it appropriately and respectfully, right, Neela? Yes, right. So what's a good way of saying respectfully at the end?
It was great talking to
Can
you.
you say it a bit louder?
It was great talking to you.
And then goodbye and the name of the person again.
Goodbye.
Got it. Goodbye. Okay. So that is one way of asking questions. How many questions did Stevie ask co-hosts in that telephone conversation? Two questions, right? Okay. Who is willing, and Patricia and I or other co-hosts, we're here to help. Who would like to pretend to be in a conversation with another co-host, or maybe Patricia? Patricia, is there someone you would like to pretend to be in a conversation with by phone?
You know what? I'm just getting to know Tajon, so I think I'm going to choose Tajon.
Okay, and can I be Tajon, the director, and Patricia of this? So I'll take you guys through the steps. Okay,
Sounds good.
so, all right. So Patricia, can I assume that you're going to call Tajon? Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. So Tajon, you're picking up the phone. What do you say? You're pretending.
I say hello, Patricia.
All right. And
Hi,
then
Tajon.
Hi, Patricia.
How are
both.
you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, good. So nice to chat with you. What were you up to today?
Mostly, going to school, had schoolwork to do, and figuring stuff out with scheduling like tutoring for next week and with looking for job placements, gonna have a job fair next week. So just planning stuff out this today, mostly.
Sounds like
Besides
a
that, not
really...
much.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Besides that, not really much. I was mostly tired from last night,
Oh.
but it happens. I'm working on that. But what about you?
I had a little bit of a busy day too, but not as busy as you. You sound like you've got a lot of juggling things that you're doing. Hey?
Okay, and
Yeah.
co-host, did you hear, right? Patricia made the call, but Tajon felt confident enough in this conversation to ask Patricia a call. And did you hear that they were waiting for response time? Did you hear? Did you feel the flow of the conversation? Great job. Let's hear about how Patricia will end the conversation in a respectful and appropriate way. Go ahead, Patricia.
Well, Tajon, it sounds like you've got a lot on the go. I don't want to take up any more of your time. So I was just calling to check in and say hey to you. Listen, hope we can catch up when it's a little bit less busy.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, Patricia. Thank you. I appreciate you talking to me, catching up, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good evening and good night.
All
Take
right,
care.
ciao.
Wow. Well, as a teacher or an educator, you both got a level 4 on my rubric or student success chart. Okay. We have time for some more, right, Patricia? We're on a
Maybe
roll.
one more
One
conversation.
more. Julian, is there someone Julian, would you like to make a call to another co-host? What do you think?
Let me talk to Neela.
Okay. All right. So Julian is calling Neela, and let's hear how, Neela, you're okay with that?
How about this?
I'm not really. Oh, I don't really feel comfortable. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's too bad. How come?
Oh, okay, we respect
okay.
that. Well, Sierra,
It's
how about
okay.
how? It's okay, Neela. Sierra, how about you?
All right.
I can try.
Anna, you're gonna do just well. We know that. Okay, all you can do is try, right? We
Yeah.
learn. Okay, we learn by trying. Julian, go ahead.
Just
Right? Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, Julian.
Hi, Sierra.
Hi.
How have you been?
I'm being good.
So am I.
That's good.
Question.
What have you been doing lately?
Nothing much, just relaxing.
Oh, so am I. That's good.
Okay. Sierra, like Tajon, do you have a question for Julian?
Um,
And it's okay if you don't, but do you have a
No.
question? Because you're on the
no.
phone. No. Okay. Co-host, how do you think Julian is going to end the conversation with Sierra in an appropriate and respectful way?
See you then.
See you then. And who are you speaking to again, Julian?
Sierra.
Sierra. And then Sierra, what do you say?
Have a great night.
Thank you very
Julian.
much.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. Wow. Great job. Great job. Okay, wonderful. So respectful, great telephone calls. And yeah, it's really, really important, right? And some people, it's their business, right? Because they get on the phone and they, well, Stevie's mother, Yelem, she used to do that with the bank, and she would call and speak French, right? Because she speaks French as well. So some people do that, you know, as part of their living. They have to have appropriate calls and that. Okay?
Like, for
Good
example, if
job.
I was working in a place.
Great. Well, thank you, Derek, and our co-host for doing such a great demonstration of phone calls. I really learned a lot about the back and forth, and I think nowadays, because we're texting and we're emailing and messaging so much on the computer, I think everybody kind of needs a little bit of a refresher course in how to actually talk and have conversations. So please remember, no question is a question that you cannot ask. Find good people as role models. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this workshop. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.